And so that's why we delayed the start here for 30 minutes, but we're still a little bit thin on numbers, but I'm sure we'll fill up later. So yes, welcome back. I am very, very amazingly happy to announce that the repo wars are over. It's very... Woo! So it's very sad that Terry is not here, because I would love to bring him up here, because myself and Terry and Labs and Co-op have been having ongoing discussions about this issue for many, many, many months. As everyone knows, it has been a very divisive and painful time, but it's over. The Ethereum project repo is now archived. So yes, all of the individual repos show as archived. Weirdly, you don't seem to be able to archive a whole org as a single operation at the top. You have to do it on each of the repos. It's very odd. But there we go. That's where we are. That's done. Second thing. Last night, Yaz and myself spent a good chunk of time with the IOHK team. And I've made no secret of the fact that I would really love to see IOHK re-engaging as an active participant in the ETC ecosystem. You know, that the Mantis client, as Aaron highlighted yesterday in his Ethernode talk, is one of the most performant and smallest footprint clients that we have. It's a very neatly written, well-engineered bit of code that was written by scratch. You know, IOHK spent, he was saying, $1.5 million on it. They spent the best part of 2 years building that from scratch. When IOHK engaged in Classic during the very early days, something that Charles said was that to build a really good client, to really call yourself a core developer, you know, you have to build a client. You have to really understand, you know, from the ground up what you're doing. So rather than taking over or adapting one of the existing clients, IOHK chose to hire highly skilled, highly desirable Scala clients. I think it was a team of about 7 or 8 people. And you can see there, they did video logs of all of their team meetings and showed their journey from the beginning of building up a client from the base up in a functional language. And, you know, they basically got to the end of that journey of getting the thing going on Classic. They started adding Eth support as well. That never got to release, basically because they came to that decision point at the end of last year, really where things were very much more fractious here than they are now. And really Charles, you know, came to the conclusion, well, you know, what's the business model going to be? And if I'm going to be continually shouted at and, you know, coming into this unwelcoming ecosystem, well, you know, maybe I'm not going to do that. So they focused on Cardano, really, for the last 9 months. But based on what, you know, we saw at that speaker dinner last night, which was quite an emotional affair, the general feeling there seemed to be that while many of us have had our disagreements and sometimes open fights, and that some of those points of distrust and disagreement remain, we are all united in our philosophy and really in our aligned incentives to make this dream happen. So Charles is having the closing keynote at the end of the afternoon today, and I'm really hoping he's going to say something that we all would like to hear. But he's not here.